So in this video, I'm just going to complete the cone logo animation. It's really not too exciting. I just thought I should probably finish it. So this guy comes in, he wobbles. So after, so then would be, we'll leave E on. Next I'm going to need is N here. So here's my N rig. And I think I'm just going to have this. Boom, boom. Let's see, we got a C to come in as well. I'm just going to have this kind of plop down from above, I'm thinking. And I got to go high enough so you don't see it on screen here. We'll go, so this is why it's good to have this visual here, to see now I can see where that N is up there. So I'm going to put it up there. So he goes boom. And then once that settles, we'll say at 55, I'm going to go ahead and key the main controller. And I'm going to have it very quickly from 55 go down. I'm just going to animate this real quick. I'm going to have this go down. And we'll say he's going to come down and he's going to hit this guy right there. Let's see how quick that is. So, oops, let's see. Okay. He's going to hit him, and then I'll have it kind of bounce over here. I'll just kind of wobble it like, so it kind of goes this way. Really should be animating this one. I'm going to wobble it so it goes over this way. I'm going to turn shadows on so I can kind of see the, I'm sorry, this one. I'm going to turn the lights and shadows on so I can see where the shadows are, so I can see the ground, because I can't really see it otherwise. So I'm going to kind of have it go over this way a little bit, and we will key it, and then we'll have it bounce back over here against this guy, like so. And we'll say, and then key that, and then I'm just going to have it kind of come back a little bit, like so. We'll just kind of have it wobble here, and key and settle. I'm going to set these rotation 0 here. Okay. Click in here and key. Okay. So it's going to look something like this. Alright. So it's going to plop down and go like so on and so forth. Okay. So first off, I'm going to, instead of having to go into here, I'm going to show you a little shortcut here. Instead of going here to make it linear, I'm just going to right click on this, go to tangents and linear, and that actually makes it a linear tangent. And then when it hits this, I'm going to have this also be linear, so tangents linear, because it's going to hit hard. And actually, for that matter, oops, I'm just going to hold shift, click, and drag, and these are all going to be linear, tangents linear. Okay, so he's going to boom. And actually, the first key, I'm going to change that tangents to flat. Okay, so slow in, hit them, then bounce like so. Alright, so I'm going to go bonk, and then when it hits here, I'm just going to kind of manipulate some of these things here. So I'm just going to key a bunch of these, key them all, and let's hit S, and then it hits here, so I'm just going to kind of take this one, move it up and over, take this one, and kind of have it squash this way, take this one, kind of deflate it a little bit. Actually, we'll go this way with it, and we'll take this and also go that way. So it goes bonk, and then it will, in essence, kind of come back a little. So I'm just going to kind of take all these and move them a bit. So go like this. So, alright, so it's bonk, and then he's going to hit here at 80, And I'm going to have this go all flat like this. Okay. Like so. Bonk. So let's see. It's going to go bonk. I'm just making it very liquidy. Blonk. And then I'm just going to have this kind of stretch out this way. Take this one. So that it's more or less kind of getting swung back this way. So it's like whomp, whomp. And he hits here, so take all these pieces and maybe make it kind of squish against it a little bit more here. And take both of these at the same time. Got this middle one. So it's like bonk, bonk. And we'll just kind of go like this. This is not going to look that great. I didn't spend a lot of time thinking this through, so I'm just kind of winging it. Plus this has a lot of controllers in it, so. So he's bonk, bonk. And I'm just going to go ahead and take all of these controllers and just zero them out. So I'm just going to go right here, take all my translates and zero that out. So bonk, bonk. And if you look, it looks like it's gaining a little mass. So I'm going to actually squish this down a little. So it's bonk, bonk, bonk. And then it goes this way a touch. So I'm just going to take it all and kind of go this way. And then it kind of comes back. And I'm going to go a little bit this way. And then wonk, just a touch. And 2 after. And we'll zero it back out. Good. So now if you were to look at it, it looks like this. So it comes, that thing wiggles in, bonk, and that does that. I'm just going to have this thing react a little bit to it. So I'm just going to grab this inside one, which is the wiggle, and boom, so he hits him here. So I'm going to have it, we'll key here, have it here. I'm just going to have it bend a little bit this way. So it's like it gets squished, which actually, I gotta make this, okay, bump. And we'll have it pull the other direction. So bump, slip. Have it kind of come back a little bit this way. And start to zero out. And then, come on, hold shift, click and drag. Okay. And then I'm going to have this go back this way a little bit. And wiggle back. And wiggle forward. And we will zero that one out. Alright, so now it looks a little bit like this. So now it's a little more reactionary to what happened. So that's going to wiggle, boom. That's going to come in, flop. Then I'm going to do the next one. So it's an O. And the O is basically just a ball bounce, so that one's going to be really simple. I'm just going to go ahead and take the main controller here. I'm just going to make sure it's off screen. Alright, and I don't want to see the shadow, so it needs to be roughly just before the shadow comes in. Okay. And I'm just going to go a little bit higher. Oops, no, we will not go a little bit higher. Okay. So I'm going to have that start right when this one ends, so we'll say 95. And then I'll just start bouncing this in. So just go 10 frames down. Key. I'm going to go like 10 frames up. Key. And I'm just going to extend this range slider. And go a couple less. And key. And then I'm going to shrink this so I can see the keys a little bit better. So I'm at what, 23? It's all got to get adjusted anyway. I'm really not all that concerned. And then we'll go down and up and then down. Key up a little bit and then down a little bit. Oops. Key and then let's go up a touch, back down a touch. Key, and then I'm just going to roll it in at 70 here. Boom, like so. Key, and then we'll just have it kind of come back a little. Key. So basically it's going to kind of bounce in. Alright. So first thing that's actually easiest to do, I got to look at my translate X in this case. So I'm going to go translate X. I'm going to hit F for frame, and I'm just going to delete all the keys but the center ones. It's going to come in at full speed. Oh, actually, not all of them, because it's going to go past and then come back. So all of them but the last two, because he comes in and he's got to roll back. So that's actually got to stay there. And that will stay like that. But this one, I need to be linear. All right, so that way it controls that speed. I'm going to my translate here, and I'm going to hit F to frame. And I'm just going to make sure all of these are at 0. So if you look, see here's 0 there. So I'm going to take these ones here, the ones that are the base, and if you it's not really. If you hold or if you hit R for scale and then hover over where you want it to go, it will when it reaches center, it'll come there. So I'm going to hold it here, and I'm just going to scale till they get kind of flat. And I need this one as well, and I will grab these ones as well, and I'm just going to kind of scale it till they become flat, and I'm going to make sure that it never kind of goes a little through the ground's fine. That looks pretty good. So now all the bottoms are the bottom. I got to make sure that each one of these, I'm going to hold shift, click, and middle mouse button drag. Each one of these are subsequently getting smaller and smaller appropriately. I'm going to grab all the bottom ones here, like so, and I'm going to go ahead and make those linear. Boom. And I'm also going to go ahead and break them so that I can, oops, still on the, make sure I'm on the move tool here. And then I'm just going to middle mouse button and just bell these curves a touch more. Okay. It's basically just a ball bounce like we've done before. Nothing too special here. Okay. So on and so forth, like that. Okay, and I can actually delete those because it never goes up afterwards. Alright, so now I've hit play. It should, good. I am more or less kind of okay with the way that comes in. So let me just click on this one so I get a better preview. And then boom, 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 boom. Good, okay. Alright, so that looks fine. Now what I need to do is animate the squash and stretch, which is the inside piece here. Actually, I'm going to do the roll next. So it's going to start off, what, at 95. And then the roll that I'm worried about is I'm going to hit E, and you can see it's my blue one. So that's the rotate Z. So I'm going to delete all of the keys, but the last one and second to last one. And here, I'm just going to roll it a couple of times. 1, 2, 2.5, we'll say. And actually, I'm going to delete the last one as well. And then I'm going to go and roll it just a little bit back this way. And I'm going to hit F to frame so I can see it. So let's go, I want it to end up being kind of straight up and down like it should be. So we'll say like this. So I'm going to go to this one. That's probably okay. And again, I'm going to grab the first one, make it linear. And we should have the roll. And then next what we'll do is the squash and stretch.